strike up the band, stomping on them like a cute dog.
It's week 1 of the NFL, where we'll see a brawl inside the AFC West. It's the Raiders and the Broncos, and it kicks off next on Madden NFL 24.
We find ourselves at the foot of the Rockies, Denver, Colorado.
I forgot we go
Edition
my
of the
favorite team.
NFL on EA Sports. But today we start the new season with an AFC West division battle right out of the gate, as it'll be the Las Vegas Raiders taking on the Denver Broncos. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Well, CD, new season is here. Lions and Chiefs got it going on Thursday night. You and I were there. What a scene that was. But now here we are a few days later on Sunday, looking at two teams with great expectations here to begin 2023.
It's always fun to get a new season started, isn't it, partner? Because everyone feels like they've got a shot at the defending champs. They think that they can be the new champs. And here we are getting things going. Let's have some fun.
A new season of NFL football is here, and we're off in 2023 on EA Sports. Oh, good-looking return set up here. Amir Abdullah. He might score. And he is out of bounds here on the return.
Well, it's obvious this is a really difficult situation for the guys who have to defend right now. But they can flip the whole script. If they can hold them to a field goal attempt or less, they actually gain the momentum and take it away from the offense after a great return.
The Raiders offense heading out with their new man under center for 2023, the former Patriot, former 49er, Jimmy Garoppolo.
That's crazy they didn't give me
Jimmy
that.
G last year, when he was out there, he was excellent, leading the 49ers to 7 wins and throwing 4 times as many touchdowns as interception. Then the injury bug bit again. But Las Vegas, they're counting on him being able to do the...
And he's over the line and in for a Raider touchdown. It's a 1-yard touchdown.
Hey.
And the Raiders
Hey.
here first
Hey.
in the season opener.
Hey.
So a good job there, Charles, taking advantage of the short field, and they score first, punching it in on the short touchdown run.
I love the theme there, right? They didn't have to do anything big on that drive. Took advantage of where they were on the field, took it downfield, put the ball in the end zone. The only thing big on that drive, the 6 on the scoreboard.
Oh, that's so slow.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And Smith not going to bring it out, so it's a touchback. So the Broncos offense gets set to go to work, and at the helm in his second season wearing orange and blue, Russell Wilson.
And I'll bet he's talking to his guys about resisting the temptation to try and turn this into an up-and-down game. Almost like basketball, where both teams press, and one team gets an advantage, our team's trying to run with them, and they're just not equipped for it. Doesn't matter whether you're equipped or not. Just settle in, get calm before you go for the big strikes.
They'll bring the tight end in motion right here. Now the third-year man back and healthy. It's Javonte Williams. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
At the 24-yard line.
They'll stay on the ground with Williams. Broke a tackle, but not much room there ultimately. Just up past the 25 and no further. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
A dime look defensively for the Raiders on 3rd down.
Yeah, you're right. 2 extra DBs out there. Wilson. He's got his target. That's complete. And he will have the Broncos first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. They give it to Williams, running right. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. Well, this, of course, is an intriguing Week 1 opener. On one sideline, you've got Josh McDaniels, Raiders head coach. But remember, back in Denver, where he was the head man in 2009 and 2010 as well. Now, on the other sideline, Sean Payton making his debut as head coach of the Broncos.
They got that wrong. Josh McDaniels is not the coach. I am the
Sean
coach.
Payton won a Super Bowl as the head coach of the Saints. This is going to be fun to see them match wins.
On third down, Wilson. And the Raiders have got him. Max Crosby blowing up the play and getting the sack. The start of this game shaping up nicely on that visiting sideline.
Yeah, how about that? You get your points on the opening drive. Then you get a big sack there on third down. And you make the home crowd go.
There's a rush indeed. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt, and out will come the offense as they take over. Second drive of the game coming up for this Las Vegas offense. And one of the things we like to hit on every year are the new rule changes. So we got
One star Timmy.
A lot of procedural having to do with deadlines and roster construction and such. But two kind of caught my eye, Charles. One is the option to fair catch a kickoff and it would come out to the 25 like it does in college. You like that?
I don't like it at all. I don't like it in college. I don't like it in the NFL. I want to have something different. And I really wanted the special teams coaches to be a little bit more involved. But I do understand why the league is doing it. They believe it promotes safety, and it's hard to argue against that.
What about, this is the other one, guys can now wear the number 0. We've already seen some make the switch, Calvin Ridley, DeAndre Swift, Braxton Berrios, amongst others.
Yeah, and you know something, when you see those guys make that move, I don't mind that at all right? A little more expressionism for these guys, I love it. I just think we didn't go far enough. What about 00, like Jim Otto used to wear, or Kenny Burrow used to wear? Let's add that back to the NFL jerseys.
Well, he reminded us that he was a 1,000-yard receiver a year ago as he starts off week 1 picking up right where he left off. He told us at the end of the preseason he was primed for a big year. He just gave us excellent evidence of his belief.
Real life.
So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. They will run out of the gun with Jacobs. Powers through and stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. They moved the ball over 50 yards between this play and the last one. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit them, but now they got to get ready. It's first and goal. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Anytime he reads man cover,
Ran around and saved it.
The only time he'll try to hit that route to the outside in this game. He'll test the perimeter. But that time, they were up to the challenge.
Jacobs. And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down. And give him 2 yards officially, and now it'll be third and goal.
Well, Brennan, we always know that once you score 1 touchdown,
you want 2.
Without a doubt. And so far today, he's got 1, but was denied as he tried to get the second one.
Escaping the pressure right. Open, and it's Mayer in the end zone for the Raiders touchdown. A great play there with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Raiders have taken a 13-0 first quarter lead. Carlson on for the PAT. And it's good, and they have jumped out here to a quick 14-0 first quarter lead. So that drives 7 plays in length. And it was finished off by a Michael Mayer touchdown grab. And Smith chooses not to return it, and they'll bring it out to the 25. So now the second drive offensively coming up for the Denver Broncos. And Charles, nothing like squaring off with a division opponent, a division rival in week 1. Do you like that they are matching up this early, or would you prefer a game like this be a few weeks down the road?
I actually like the early matchup for a few reasons, Brandon. First of all, it allows you to see that the entire offseason and know, hey, right out of the gate, we're playing a division game. Second part is it spreads them out a little bit. If you just have them all bunched up at the end of the year, that's not as much fun watching teams try to survive that gauntlet when you do have injuries down the stretch. And last but not least, let's face it, we're TV people. What a great game to sell right out of the gate.
It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down. But looked like the defense, they were ready for that one.
Really left him almost no room to work after catching the ball. He could throw every move in the book at him. They were there, and they tackle him for a loss.
Now it's Wilson. And that will be incomplete.
No surprise at all. They're looking for the big man early in this one. The only surprise for them, he couldn't hang on to the pass.
On is the punter Charlton now as he's able to get this one away. Abdullah to return. So a change of possession here on the punt. And they will take over 1st and 10. The Raiders heading out to take over. It has been about as perfect of a start to this game as these guys could have asked for, Charles. They've scored on their first 2 drives. They still haven't given anything up on the other side of the ball, so they can already make this a 3-score game here if they can come away with points on this drive.
It almost pushed them to the brink, aren't they, partner? Almost to the point now where it's a loss of words for me, which I know would excite all of our viewers, but you're just not supposed to see that type of dominance so quickly in a game like this. Everything they've done has been working so far. Offense, defense, you name it, it's going well for them.
$14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. The Raiders with the football here to begin quarter number 2 as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Garoppolo. He'll get just a yard on the scramble and 2nd down.
I think the defense surprised him there with that blitz on 1st down, but give him credit. Stayed cool under pressure and still found a way through the extra rushers for positive yardage. Well done.
On 2nd down, Jacobs. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. 71 yards rushing for him in this first half as he is looking in mid-season form here in the opener.
We both know it's difficult, but they've made it look effortless out there. Through the air, on the ground, they've moved the ball with relative ease.
Now this offense in mid-season form here in the opener. It's 1st and 10. And this is caught. Touchdown, Raiders. Jimmy Garoppolo with his 2nd touchdown pass of this first half. And the Raiders are looking good here in the season opener as they're able to extend their lead. So a good start to the campaign so far for them here in week 1.
Yeah, all the things that you dreamed about in April and May and that you worked on in July and August, getting ready for this game, it's all coming together so far.
Carlson now to add the extra point.
The Broncos making this too easy for me.
And it is now 21-0. Just a 4-play drive that time. And Devontae Adams able to finish things with a touchdown reception.
I promise y'all we got this already.
And Smith not going to bring it out, so it's a touchback. Here's the Denver offense now as they get set to take over here. Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse that this is an important possession, but I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit, and if they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
They got it.
Give him 14 yards there and a Denver first down.
coming in, he really likes his chance of having a big game based on a terrific offseason. And runs like that on opening weekend show that he's right.
Now a first down carry. It's Williams. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
You've got to be impressed by that defensive front on reps like those. They were not being moved off the line, kept their shoulders square, and gave their teammates time to fight to the ball and limit that gain.
Escapes, but he can't get away forever, and down he goes. Below Nichols in there to take him down.
Like the footwork back there, I thought he did a pretty good job of evading that first wave of players. Tried to buy a little extra time out of the pocket, but in the end, oh, that was a tough one.
Yeah, winds up getting buried for the loss. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And this is going to be incomplete. The passing game not in sync here early. And now it's 4th down. And here's Joseph Charlton now as he's on to punt for Denver. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And he couldn't get it to check out. That kicks all the way into the end zone for a touchback. Time again to see Josh Jacobs and this Vegas offense operate. And he's well on his way to a 100-yard game. He's already more than halfway there. We're only in the 2nd quarter.
And what I've always loved about running backs is they'll tell you, I had no idea how many yards I had.
Right.
Those guys have an innate sense of where they are in a ball game and how many yards they've accumulated, because you know they're always working towards 100.
He's been working well towards 100 here. They'll come up 2nd and 6 now from the 24.
At the 24-yard line.
Garoppolo now. He finds his man, complete. It's Jacobs. And this time not quite to the 30. He'll be down at the 31-yard line. It's a big play there for Vegas. 45 yards.
And the offense is saying to itself right now, only they were all this easy because he was wide open. And once he made the catch, plenty of room to work his way downfield. That was a breakdown on the defensive side of the ball, one that they want to fix immediately.
We had to turn around.
So
He
the big
probably
play
scored.
changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Running straight ahead is Jacobs. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. 86 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half.
I'm not sure how much more evidence they need, partner, than to understand that if they don't start to slow him down, it's going to be a long afternoon here at the stadium because he is just shredding them at this point. And let's face it, coming into the game, they knew he would be the focal point of their attack. This is going to take an 11-man unit on the defensive side to start making plays.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal. Looking to throw, Garoppolo.
And
he's got Ringo in the end zone. Touchdown Raiders.
he just caught on the back end. That's crazy.
Touchdown passes now for Jimmy Garoppolo. And the Raiders are able to widen their lead here in this first half. Well, you talk about a team coming into an opposing stadium and just taking the life right out of a crowd. That's what we're witnessing here. 27-0 Charles.
And this defense, they've just looked completely unprepared for what's been thrown at them. And you know they're supposed to adjust series to series. That has not happened for them, so I don't think halftime adjustments are going to help a heck of a lot. They are in major trouble unless they figure out something really fast.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And a rout is on here in this first half. On is the Raider kickoff unit now as they will send this one away. And Smith chooses not to return it, and they'll bring it out to the 25. And the football going back over to the Denver Broncos. So far, they've had 3 drives, 3 punts. Not good.
Not good indeed, because you've got to have something to show for being out on the field. Now, sometimes, if you have a game where neither side has scored, 3 punts isn't a bad thing. But when you're trying to set the pace, get up on top in a game, you got to show better offense and find a way to put some points on the board.
Now they got to get to the line quickly. Now it's Wilson. He completes this to Sutton. And Sutton will have a Broncos first down up near the 40-yard line. Wilson. That's to the rookie, Marvin Mims. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted. Throwing back across his body. Picked off by Trayvon Merritt. And the Raiders are going to take over here up near the 40.
Partner, I think this one went awry very simply because he overestimated his arm strength and his ability to fit it anywhere he wants to. A lot of quarterbacks do that and often pay the price.
A good starting spot for the Raiders as they come up 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. So after the INT, it's Garoppolo. He'll get this underneath to Jacobs. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
Now, meanwhile, here's a 2nd down throw that's knocked away and incomplete.
As a defensive back, you have some weapons at your disposal that we don't often talk about. And you can read the receiver's eyes, you can read his hands, and you know that the arrival of the ball.
Now Garoppolo is in trouble, and down he goes. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. And that one hits at the 7, but bounds into the end zone, and that'll be a touchback. Likely time for one final snap as they start out 1st and 10. Mims in motion right. They'll fake the jet sweep, and instead give up the middle to Williams. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. And unless this is a quick incompletion, this is likely the last play here of this first half. And he will find his man Sutton. That's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend. As now we send you out to Orlando and hook back up with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. And welcome back to football, everybody. We've got a full slate of 16 games here to start the new season. So let's take our first trip around the NFL. We'll start our tour out in the City of Angels, Los Angeles. And a touchdown separating these two as they've gone to halftime. Austin Eckler, a touchdown run in that first half. From there, we'll take a trip east to check on the Bears at home at Soldier Field. And they have the lead in that one over the visiting Packers. DJ Moore, a touchdown reception. Finally, let's get right to the center of the U.S. map and check in on the Chiefs at home in Kansas City. And they were winners in that game over the visiting Detroit Lions. Isaiah Pacheco, 2 touchdown runs to lead the way. We just watched a solid first half from the 2022 rushing champ, Josh Jacobs. He had a touchdown run that helped get his guys this halftime lead. The highlights from the first half, all one-sided. This one got out of hand early, and now you have to wonder how these teams will approach this second half. Because this one's already close to being in the bag, if it's not already. It's a new season, so both of these coaching staffs likely making plenty of adjustments after that first half of football. So for the call of the second half here in week 1, we go back to Brandon and Charles.
All right, Coach, thank you very much as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. And Smith not going to bring it out, so it's a touchback. And the Broncos offense set to begin this third quarter. And that first half, one to forget really on both sides of the ball. They got to find some way to string something together here, don't they?
Yeah, they're down big right now. So as you mentioned, trying to find something to string together, get some consistency, something sustained, maybe calm their whole team down and find a way to get back in this one.
Yeah, because right now you're down big, you're being shut out. Let's see if this is the drive that kind of kickstarts them. Give them 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. Now a 10th carry. Here's Williams. 52 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
Run!
They'll try and run for it. Here's Williams. And that one going nowhere from the start.
Yes, sir, Cosby.
Field and goes backwards. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1. The Broncos send out their punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. This is brought in at the 21. A pretty good punt there, but also a nice return of 12 yards. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. So here comes the Raiders offense getting ready for their first possession of the second half. And it's hard to imagine that the first half could have gone any better for them. So what's the approach here in the second half?
Just continue to play smart football because they get the other team down and they feel good about the position they're in. The obvious thing people would say is just keep attacking, but I think you also have to be smart about it. Avoid turnovers. That's about the only thing that can derail you at this point. Attack, but make sure you take care of the ball.
They fake the give. Now Garoppolo looks to throw. Gets it downfield to Mayer. He'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. A gain of 28 yards there and give him a first down. Here's Jacobs from the gun. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
Let's give a lot of credit to the offensive line. They've been able to move the ball really well on the ground the entire game. And while that wasn't a huge one, that's okay. They'll take them in short, steady bursts.
On second down, here's Garoppolo. He's got Hooper on the short connection. First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the first.
And the tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then, of course, they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is they're right in the sight lines of a quarterback on just about every play. And that makes it easier for the quarterback to pick him out and deliver.
And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. A solid pickup of 12 yards, and now they're knocking on the door.
Yeah, another good run there. He's been such a big part of their success here this afternoon. And that last carry, it puts him over 100 yards now for the day.
To throw, it's Garoppolo. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Let's give this defense some credit now. They let the guys get downfield, but when push came to shove, they
That was my fault. I should have waited.
Field goal attempt.
On the handoff, this is Jacobs. Only about a yard there as he takes it from the 9 to the 8.
Were you as surprised as I was that they actually ran it on second down there? I thought that they would go ahead and throw it in every situation here.
They've thrown for 3 touchdown passes. Now here, I think they probably go back to the air.
Yeah, I think so. But ordinarily, second down is when you run your play fake, your play action, show run, and throw the ball. Now they brought up third down. They'll have to throw it anyway.
And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. So off is Garoppolo, and in comes Daniel Carlson for the Raider field goal. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. The kick by Carlson is good. So after 4 touchdowns in the game for this offense, this time they're forced into taking the 3.
But you did mention 4 touchdowns, right? So 4 out of 5, not too bad. I think that's a pretty good record for them.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And Smith chooses not to return it, and they'll bring it out to the 25. Denver's offense now set to go. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. They run it again with Williams. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
That's good for Broncos. First down.
Woo!
They'll run out of the gun here. Williams trying to run inside, but nothing there. It was Isaac Rochelle there to make the play defensively. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we
This
saw
might
right
be
there.
around too.
Yeah, that's what their job is, and really a lot of the time they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game, because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
Brings up 3rd and 6.
Ooh, I was about to. Mike Wilson was a look.
To run another play, so we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back now to Denver. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair. To throw is Wilson.
Thank you.
A crowd and intercepted. And the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops. Well, they've got the huge lead now. They have another interception on the defensive side. Seems like everything they touch in this one, Charles, turns to gold.
And they have to be awfully happy right there to get what appears to be one more for the road and help seal away one of their best efforts of the season.
Alex Singleton, a former Canadian League star, in on the stop. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the 4th quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
It's a 4-yard pickup there, and it leaves him with 3rd and 5.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces, and I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Well, their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns, and it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy.
Oh, a first mistake for him in the ball game as it's intercepted. Picked off by Justin Simmons.
They get the first touchdown off of that.
And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Bronco defense has a touchdown. Will Lutz on for the point after.
Two Garoppolo just got $30 behind it. That's my fault.
So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick 6. And the hands team for the Raiders able to secure it. Now they're down big here in the 4th.
Thank you, no
to try
pick
the
6.
onside kick. Can't fault them for the effort at least.
No, you can't at all, and if nothing else, now you've put something that you're trying to practice, right, that you've worked on into a game situation, and now you can go back and dissect it. So if you need it again sometime...
Dang, I wanted you to hit stick.
Yeah, this game's
My boy is just a Simmons. That would have been good.
Rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. Here's Garoppolo to throw. This is caught. And so close. He gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there. That one goes for 30 yards.
I knew you put the wrong person on him.
Here's Jacobs.
Listen.
And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Josh Jacobs. Already his second touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Raiders are closing in on a winning start to the year as they extend their fourth-quarter lead.
Ah, what a luxury it is to be able to call a bowling ball like Josh Jacobs down near the goal line. 5'10", 220 pounds, and he's not afraid to get in there and get the tough yards. He finishes off this drive with a touchdown run.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And Smith not going to bring it out, so it's a touchback. And Denver getting set to take the field. And whatever promise they showed in the preseason has not translated into week one because they have not been particularly competitive here at home, no less. These fans just kind of beside themselves right now. They'll set up the screen. This is Williams.
Yes, sir. Right there.
He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard. Boy, how good has this defense been seemingly all game long?
I really think right from the first snap, I think you're really onto something there. In this passing game, it just can't get off the ground. And that play, it wound up losing yardage.
Meanwhile, Wilson's throw here caught by Mims. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. The offense on third down, they've had their troubles, just 1 for 6. This will be 3rd and 6. Pass taken in by his big tight end, and he will have a Broncos first down as they're able to
He had to hit me upside the head.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. From the shotgun, Wilson. And he's got his man on the out route. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Broncos first down. Now Wilson. And his throw here's incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a...
Here's Wilson to throw. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down. Here comes the 7th play now of this drive as this is 3rd and 10. Throwing is Wilson. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he will have a Broncos first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Offense for them has been at a premium. You wonder where plays like that have been all game long.
They're thinking the exact same thing themselves, but they're also looking forward now because now these plays are really for next week, trying to get some momentum going.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration of body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
And this one incomplete. Threw it down at the
Not Max. Oh, not Max.
Well, this drive, they're perfect 2 of 2 on 3rd down conversions, but they need a full 10 yards here. Wilson. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Tyree Wilson. That is one that he will remember. His first career sack in his first career game in the National Football League. Just 2 minutes remaining in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair.
Very one-sided.
So it's Bronco football as we get you reset here. They come up on a 4th down situation with things not looking particularly rosy. He'll send this one into the mile-high air, and it's a good one. And this one hits at the 1, continues on into the end zone for a touchback. The Vegas offense ready for their next possession. And this has been quite a performance to kick off the new year on the road, no less, as they try to finish things off here in the 4th quarter. A run on first down with Jacobs as he'll get this forward for about 4. 2nd and 6 coming up.
End result of that one, a nice 4-yard gain, so you can use that to set up your play-action game. or you can come right back and continue to run the football, because as an offensive play caller, you're on schedule and feeling pretty good about your next couple of calls.
Second down, Jacobs once more. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
I think we all suspected that they were going back to him after he found the end zone on his last carry, and they kept the positive momentum going there. Another nice run by him.
Here comes third and the length of the football. He is going nowhere as he is enveloped behind the line. And no move to get the offense off the field. They'll stay put on 4th and 1. They go with Jacobs. And he's not going to get there. Might have even lost a yard. He only needed a yard, but he couldn't even get back to the line of scrimmage. And the Broncos are going to get the football back in great field position.
Let's go.
On first down, Wilson. That'll be incomplete as the clock will stop with 14 seconds remaining.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well.
Not only did he have a chance to scan the field there, it felt like he had a chance to scan it twice. The protection was that good. Unfortunately for him, the coverage downfield, equally good.
He's going to let it go deep for the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. The decision made for them. They've got to go. It's 4th down. One last shot for Wilson. He's going to go up top for the end zone. And it will be incomplete. They were going for a consolation TD, but it was not to be. And time has run out now on this game. Well, this was not just the opener of a brand new season, but this was a division game here in week 1. And to come through with a 1-0 start against a division opponent gives you a little something extra heading forward for the rest of the season.
Yeah, let's pile it all into one game, right? Opening the season, and you open within the division. You knew the motivation was going to be there on both sidelines. One just executed better and earned the win.
So for the Raiders, it's a fantastic start as they roll to a blowout victory here in the season opener. And they'll get another road test next week as they head to Buffalo to take on the Bills. Meanwhile, for the Broncos, they go down to defeat here in the opener. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our